Hi guys, my name's Barry and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be breaking down the trailers for 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. Now the reason I'm saying trailers is because two trailers were released this morning, the full trailer and the international trailer, which is the UK trailer, and both of them have some differences to them, so I'm going to be breaking down both of them. I won't break down both trailers fully, but if there is anything in each of the trailers that's not featured in the other trailer, then I will include that as part of the breakdown. So keep that in mind when you're watching this video. If you see something that you didn't see in the trailer, it's because you need to watch the other one as well. So what I'm going to do, I think because the two trailers are so different to each other, I'll do the main trailer first that shows you quite a lot, and then I'll go to the UK trailer that kind of builds up the Jimmy character more than it does in this US trailer. So if we go into the US trailer first of all, we get that interaction between Dr. Kelson and the Jimmy leader, and they're just kind of interacting with each other. I don't think Jimmy is there to kill Dr. Kelson. I believe he's there maybe looking for information, trying to figure out what's happening. So even though Jimmy is a bad guy and so is all his friends, they probably still want to know what's happening as well, so they know exactly what it is they're dealing with. Why it's taken 28 years for them to get there, I don't know. Maybe they're just by chance got there and realised this guy might have some answers. But judging from both of the interactions here, it feels like Jimmy still has a little bit of faith in him, and you can tell that with that dialogue.
You mean Satan?
Yes.
We can clearly see that Spike is a little bit more experienced in this one. I think it was 28 months later at the end of 28 Years Later. So he's obviously a little bit more experienced. He's got a buzz cut as well, and it looks like he's going hunting. He's maybe not the most experienced if he doesn't get the kill that he needs, but he's still experienced enough to survive this long. I don't know who the couple are that's with him. They're obviously new characters, but I've got a funny feeling that he's looking after them. They're not looking after him. I still don't know if that woman's pregnant or not, because she looked pregnant in trailer 1 and she still kind of looks pregnant in trailer 2 as well. So it's possible that he's looking after them. Maybe she reminds him of his mum. We're definitely going to be dipping into the past of Dr. Kelson. You can see the photographs on the wall that he had a family once before. We do get a hint of his backstory in the first movie as well, but in this one I think they're going to explore that a little bit more, maybe even go back to when it all began. There's no point in talking about this scene with the Jimmy gang because there's more of that in the next trailer. I do want to point out though that this empty swimming pool looks exactly like the time capsule that we have, or we had back in the day, back in the 90s. In Scotland, and this seems to be where Spike becomes part of the Jimmy gang. So it looks like he's taking mercy on the boy because it's alluding to them just killing people, which we'll discuss in the next trailer, but it's alluding to the Jimmy gang just going around killing people, sending people to hell, like they said. But in this one, it looks like they see some potential in Spike. This little kid here, I believe, is possibly Samson. 28 years ago, this is the train that he was on when everything went to shit, and maybe it goes back in time to show us his beginning of how he became one of the infected. And I think because of this, because of the backstory we're getting for Samson, this is one of the reasons that Dr. Kelson's not killing him. Maybe Dr. Kelson knew him as a boy, maybe they lived in the same area, maybe they lived in the same street, but there's something about Samson that Dr. Kelson just can't let go of, and this is probably why he's not going to kill him, and he wants to maybe not operate on him, but try and figure out how they can get a cure, because they do mention in the trailer that he's looking for a cure and he wants to cure the infected. It could be wishful thinking, or it could actually happen. See, this is the scene here where I'm not sure if this woman is pregnant or not, or it's just the way her top is bulging as she's running. My guess is she is pregnant. You can also see the man behind her. He's not infected. You can see in the next clip here that he's also running away from the infected. So he's part of this group, I guess. Maybe he's one of the first to die in this little group. I don't know who this guy is, but he's obviously dead because Samson's going to kill him. I think we're going to see Samson's point of view quite a lot in this movie because we're seeing that he's killing this guy here. When Dr. Kelson tells these guys that he thinks there's a cure, he could possibly cure these people, I don't think the Jimmies have any interest in people being cured because they're loving their role in the world today. They don't want it to go back to the way it used to be. If you look closely at this infected guy here, he is one of the members of the last crew that was being chased. So he obviously gets caught and infected. This scene here, you can see the Jimmy gang. It looks like they're in a basement or a barn, and the person with that gas canister, I think that's one of the victims, one of the people they tried to kill, and he probably sacrifices himself just so that he doesn't get tortured by the Jimmy gang. There is someone on fire here, and I don't think it's one of their victims. I think it's one of the Jimmys, because if you look forward a little bit into the trailer, you can see that Jimmy is outside the barn that's on fire, and he looks upset. So it's possibly someone that was part of his crew that he didn't want to die. And here we've got Dr. Kelson obviously injecting something into Samson. Maybe it's a test to see if it cures Samson. Will it cure him in this movie? I don't know. It could go backwards though. Maybe he thinks he's curing Samson when in actual fact he's making him worse. It's possible that the alphas only exist because of Dr. Kelson. It's possible that Dr. Kelson is creating alphas. Maybe he doesn't know it, or maybe we don't know it, but Dr. Kelson does. In this scene with someone going on flames, it might not even be Dr. Kelson. I know that the scene looks like it's supposed to be him, but he's the one that's blowing the dust over something. So it's possible that he's blowing the dust over someone else, or if it is him, he might not die anyway, because if you look closely, the person's wearing probably a fireproof suit. They've got the full get up there, so maybe he's doing some sort of ritual and then he takes it off and he's okay. If it's not him though, then maybe he's sacrificing someone because he believes this is how you either cure people or turn them into alphas. Now, if we move on to the UK trailer or the international trailer, it's more about the dialogue and more about the Jimmy gang compared to the other trailer. Differences that I noticed in this one, you can see Spike, he's got the wig on here and he's aiming his arrow at someone. I don't know if he's aiming his arrow at someone that the Jimmy gang want him to aim it at, or if he's aiming at one of the Jimmy gang, because obviously he doesn't want to do what they're asking him to do, but he's stuck with them just now because he doesn't want to die. In this trailer, we get a lot more interaction between Dr. Kelson and Samson as well. There's obviously a connection, like I said, between both characters, and I think that's going to be revealed in this movie. So I don't know if it's a case of them knowing each other before the world went to shit 28 years ago, or if he's just a subject for Dr. Kelson to do his experiments on. So we can clearly see that the lead Jimmy Crystal, he is obviously mimicking Jimmy Savile, and he's even got the Jimmy Savile chair that Jimmy Savile used to sit on his shows. I'll need to look up where they filmed this, because maybe at the time we had a time capsule in Clybank. It's about a mile away from me, and that was abandoned for quite a while, but I don't know if it was broken down before the filming of this, but they've clearly filmed this in an abandoned swimming pool, and I think this is where the Jimmy gang set up their base. It does say Rainforest Rapids Leisure Centre. I don't know if that's actually a real place or they've just made that up for the movie. Maybe anyone who lives near this will know the answer to that. And I don't know if this movie is set here in Scotland or in England. I know that maybe he climbed the wall, Spike climbed the wall, or they climbed the wall down from Scotland to England, but I think we're pretty close to the borders. So you can see these three people were caught by the Jimmy gang, and I think maybe Spike tries to get away with these people, but if you look closer, you've got these two here that were initially running away, and you've got Spike there as well. But you see this boy here, I think he is the boy that's holding the gas canister in the barn, and he's maybe going to sacrifice himself. So I don't know if this part is before or after. She's obviously pregnant. You can see she's pregnant there.
Are you going to leave?
But as the dialogue alludes to, the Jimmys just go around killing people. They want to send people to hell. So I think that's Jimmy Crystal's doing. I think he is still kind of religious because of his father, and he's just taking it out on everyone he sees. Anyone who he takes a liking to, he maybe recruits as part of the Jimmy gang.
But obviously we're going to kill you.
Judging by the amount of people in this house, you can see the guy standing in the kitchen, you can see the girl at the left-hand side. So it looks like there's quite a few people holding up in this house, but the Jimmy gang seem too crazy for them that maybe the Jimmy gang can overpower them. But these are the people who obviously get tortured in the barn, and hopefully they can fight back. We do get more interactions in this trailer between Jimmy and Dr. Kelson. I think there's Again, I think they've got mutual respect for each other in some weird way. I don't think either of them want to kill the other. Dr. Kelson probably doesn't want to kill Jimmy because he doesn't want to kill people, whereas Jimmy feels like Dr. Kelson is important in this world, so he doesn't want to get him killed. You see the masks that the Jimmy gang are wearing in this scene. I don't know why Jimmy Crystal is not wearing one of the masks. Maybe he feels like he doesn't need to because he's their version of God, but he calls Dr. Kelson Satan, so I feel like Jimmy thinks he is God.
You mean Satan?
Yes.
Going through the quick shots of the trailer, I'm not seeing anything significant, but I do see that boy again with the gas canister, and he looks like he's lit one of the Jimmys on fire. I did say that at the start of this video that I think that's one of the Jimmys, and that kind of confirms it, that it is one of the Jimmys that's dying. The only other scene in this trailer that's got a bit more significance is this part here where you see Jimmy. He's obviously enjoying what's happening in front of him. Somebody or something is on fire, so whoever that is that's on fire in the trailer, he agrees with because he's loving it. So that is my breakdown for both trailers, guys, and my thoughts on them as well. If there's anything that I've maybe said that you think's wrong, or if there's anything that I've missed out in either of the trailers, then as always, leave your thoughts and opinions down below. And thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'll see you soon.
I'll be right back. What are you waiting for, huh?
Coming to get you, Barbara.
Ever played Skin the Cat?
Someone's in the back!